got an idea, tell you what let's do. Let's go out to that place on the Turtle Bayou. We'll maybe get lucky, maybe get shot. Couldn't be half the trouble I got. Turtle Bayou, turn around. Turtle Bayou, turn around. It's just another night with the missus and me, sitting on the couch watching court TV. Well, let me tell you, son, it can sure get real if you ever get to thinking it's a done deal. Turtle Bayou, turn around. Get your big feet up off the ground. Turtle Bayou, turn around. We'll pass a good time out past the lights of town. She come from the land of the Bodark tree, Scots, Irish, and Cherokee. She come down here when the northers blow, 'cause she don't care for the ice and snow. Turtle Bayou, turn around. Get your big feet up off the ground. Turtle Bayou, turn around. We'll pass a good time out past the lights of town. Take my hand, Oklahoma Jane. One little dance wouldn't mean a thing. Now it's noon, I'm rolling up the drive. I ain't even got a decent life. Doesn't everybody get that way sometimes? I was looking at every woman but mine. I was looking at the faces, looking at the parts, looking through the hole in the bottom of my heart. Turtle Bayou, turn around. Get your big feet up off the ground. Turtle Bayou, turn around. We'll pass a good time out past the lights of town. Turtle Bayou, turn around. Turtle Bayou, turn around. Well, we made it to another Sunday. Here instead of Symbol Land. Aunt Clara kept her Bible right next to the phone in case she needed a quote when she talked to someone. In my memory she smiles as the blessing is said, and visions of freeze tag dance in my head. She says, I'll grow up big. If I eat all my roast, I'll still believe in heaven, but I won't believe in ghosts anymore. I'll put away childish things. I'll put away childish things. Every other weekend, age of 13, with my fishing pole and my field and stream, riding back home on a trailway bus. I looked out the window till I saw too much, and I called my parents by their own first names. I played in the alley, but I didn't play the game anymore. I put away childish things. I put away childish things. The wolves howl all night long. They won't stop and they won't go home. Beneath my window they run. Probably it'll be alright if I keep it all locked up tight and wait till daylight comes. Now my boy goes like a house on fire. He'll never burn out and he'll never retire. I remember when I used to think like that, when I was young and the world was flat. But I'm 40-some now, and man, I don't care. All I want now is just a comfortable chair and to sell all my stock and live on the coast. I don't believe in heaven, but I still believe in ghosts. I put away childish things. 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 The wolves howl all night long. They won't stop and they won't go home. Beneath my window they run. Probably it'll be alright if I keep it all locked up tight and wait till daylight comes. If I wait till daylight comes. Not talking much because I'm a little rattled because 15 minutes before showtime, once again I couldn't log on to where I need to. Because every time I open up this computer, there's somebody downstream wants to sell me something extra. And sometimes they make you log in to get around it, and if you can't remember your login, you gotta call a young person that knows what they're doing. In which case it was Jenny Finley. Old Carlisle needs some money. He's running a seine out off the point. We'll all go help him though. Commercial season's closed. We might all wind up in the joint. There's bright lights out on the sandbar. Hear the donkey motor whine, and the donkey man minds his business. And I know to be minding mine, I learn from the best. Hear them crabbers cuss the weather, and they cuss the government too. They say nowadays crabbing and fishing, hanging on to a pot to piss in, is just about the best a man can do. It's hard not to cry and cuss. This old world is just bigger than us. And all we got is pride and trust in our kind. Old Carlisle and Uncle Freddie, don't you know they've seen some times? They remember gaslight, oyster war, machine gun fights. Wished I'd known them in their prime. Now they stare out past the lights to the darkness on the water. I don't think they're liking what they see. And long before that seine can make a circle, they'll know what the outcome's gonna be. They learn from the best. They learn from the best. So haul that seine up in the longboat. We get to keep whatever's gilled. We'll take a bag of bunkers home for crab bait and bluefish chum. String a croaker for the Sunday meal. String a croaker makes a meal. It's hard not to cry and cuss. And this old world is just bigger than us. And all we got is pride and trust in our kind. Staring down that long steep slope, we gather round and we hold out hope. 'Cause at the end of the rope, there's a little more rope most times. Uncle Freddie said we did a good job. Sends us home with a 9-pound blue. I don't see a truckload for the market. What's old Carlisle gonna do? Except haul them lights in off the sandbar, shut the donkey motor down, haul them longboats up the river. Let's all get on back to town. Let's all get on back to town before the warden comes. He knows better than to get here before dawn. He's got that green uniform and the kids think he's a jerk, but you know, he's somebody's cousin and we can't have a hometown boy out of work. It's hard not to cry and cuss. And this old world is just bigger than us. And all we got is pride and trust in our kind. Staring down that long steep slope, we gather round and we hold out hope. 'Cause at the end of the rope, there's a little more rope most times. that's too modeled. I'll do something else. Break it up a little bit. It's Townes Van Zant's birthday, it turns out. So I'll do a town song. Ride the blue wind high and free. She'll lead you down through misery. Leave you low come time to go. Alone, alone as low can be. If I had a nickel, I'd find a game. If I won $1, I'd make it rain. If it rained an ocean, I'd drink it dry and lay me down dissatisfied. Tell my sister I said so long. Tell my mother I did no wrong. Tell my brother to watch his own. Tell my friends to mourn me none. Chained across the face of time, feeling full of foolish rhyme. There ain't no dark till something shines. I'm bound to leave this dark behind. Ride the blue wind high and free. She'll lead you down to misery. Leave you low come time to go. Alone and low as low can be. This one's off a new record. Be out sometime this year. Half a section in the short grass at the foot of the plains grows broomweed in the dry times and ragweed when it rains. It's all she's got left that the lawyers don't claim. Jackie does her damn best, never one to complain. She's been green breaking horses when she's home from the road, waiting on dispatch to find her a load. She's leased all but the trap. Ponies can't graze a thing. Another bobtail, a coastal ought to last them till spring. There were pictures on the tables and kids running around. 4 generations of a blinking light town. There was a Cotton-Eyed Joe, or maybe just the right glance. She got to go in with Randy at the Friday night dance. Just got 2 rules if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in a Sunday school class. Life's just too crazy for that. Randy says not to worry, he'll feed while she's gone. She's got the freight liner idling half up on his lawn. He don't like her driving when the northers come blue, but if the horses went hungry, Lord knows what she'd do. Around Christmas up the Cap Rock, you can see all the towns, and the courthouse is lit up for 10 miles around. It's a magical time to be traveling the roads, watch the country roll by and the halogens glow. I just got 2 rules if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in the Sunday school class. Life's just too crazy for that. She jackknifed on black ice with an oversized load. There's a white cross in the bar ditch where she went off the road. It wasn't going that fast, the responders all say. How it ended that bad, we can wonder all day. Just got 2 rules if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in a Sunday school class. Life's just too short for all that. Life's just too short for all that. For all that. Drop it way down here. Gotta uncross that leg before it goes numb. Ain't it great getting old? The skies are taller in Louisiana. The skies are wider in New Mexico. The skies in Texas kind of split the difference. They don't suit me no matter where I go. I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world. I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world, I know. A river runs east out of West Virginia. Rivers run west down in Tennessee. A river runs north out of South Dakota. None of that makes a damn to me. I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world. I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world, I know. You ask me where I'm coming from, I'm not sure I can say. You ask me where I'm headed, I'll just grin. Don't ask too many questions, I'll be coming back to stay. You know not to ask me where I've been. So I'm looking up at a constellation, looking down at the frozen ground, looking out for all my interests. Looking in just brings me down. I ain't got a place. I I ain't got a place in this world. I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world. You know I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world. I ain't got a place. I ain't got a place in this world, I know. Well, we'll get Blondie out, see what she can do. Mother used to take the cure. She kept plastic on the furniture in the living room. You used to tell your friends if you never saw that place again, it'd be too soon. But your college beau didn't seem so bad. You brought him home to Mom and Dad like you're supposed to do. He wouldn't account for himself. He got along better with the hired help than he did with you. No big loss, I don't suppose. Brush it away like a fly off a rose. We're all bound to miss a time or two. I'll let thee. Father always held his ground. He never liked you hanging round with the lesser kind. He suffered, not the weak. He was never loath to speak his twisted mind. He liked to watch an evening pass, clinking the ice in his bourbon glass while you played your scales. Eyes that burned right through, he would say he always knew you were bound to fail. Shake it off and let it go. Brush it away till the lining shows. We can't help what came before. I'll let thee. Well, who's that standing there? What you been doing lately? Your clothes not long out of style. You gave us all quite a scare, but the years were hardly wasted, only missing for a while. Don't sweat the losses, let them go. Toss them on out where the tall grass grows. We're all bound to get our share. I'll let thee. Well, who's that standing there? What you been doing lately? Your clothes not long out of style. You gave us all quite a scare, but the years were hardly wasted, only missing for a while. Don't sweat the losses, let them go. Toss them on out where the tall grass grows. We're all bound to get our share. I'll let thee. Stole that name from a Gilbert and Sullivan character. This one here is not so highbrow. Try to cover all the bases, you know. Here in the land of opportunity where we're allowed to transcend class, supposedly. I got a cup of black coffee so I don't get lazy. Got a rattle in the dashboard driving me crazy. And if I hit it with my fist, it'll quit for a little while. Gonna have to stop and take a piss in another mile. Headed into town, gonna meet you at the Mercantile. Take you to the Sonic, get you grinning like a crocodile. I got a hole in the floorboard sucking in fumes. I leave the hitchhiker standing cause I hadn't got room. Well, he looked kind of scary, so I didn't like him anyway. Could have been a con from the state prison runaway. Anyway, probably hadn't showered in a couple days. No one but a fool would have given him the time of day. Yeah. Just listen close, I'll tell you how I feel. You need to know, so I'll talk slow. I always keep it real. See the red light blinking in the middle of town, but I don't see a car parked anywhere around. And I'm smoking into town like a Molotov cocktail rag, and the gas cap clapping loose, and never fell cell phones down cause I didn't get the check I mailed. How am I gonna find you now? How am I gonna find you now? Remember when I met you as I'm loving one fell swoop? You had a blade in your pocket and a rag in your belt loop. Guys are hovering around the bar like gulls on the ocean at the end of your shift. Just in case you got the notion, what you're washing all the glassware, poetry in motion. I'd have wrote the moon for you. How am I gonna find you now? How am I gonna find you now? Just listen close, I'll tell you how I feel. You need to know, so I'll talk slow. I won't let go of this obsessive zeal. I got a mad coming on and it's gonna be dreadful. And I'm washing down my blood pressure pill with a Red Bull. Hit the city limit sign and I'm blind and I'm seeing red. Uniraw tire on the right rear, throwing tread. You ought to see the X-rated scene running in my head, big as a baby's arm. How am I gonna find you now? How am I gonna find you now? When did Operation Iraqi Freedom start? been involved in conflicts continuously for quite some time. It seems like we never hear a whole lot about them. We got an operation going on. It don't have to trouble me and you. The country boys will do the fighting, now that fighting's all a country boy can do. We got a handle on it this time. No one's gonna tell us we were wrong. We won't let the cameras near the fighting. That way we won't have another Vietnam. No one knows, 'cause no one sees. No one cares, 'cause no one knows. No one knows, 'cause no one sees it on TV. She works a checkpoint in the city, choking on the gravel dust and smog. She knows not to stop the black Suburban. Those guys will run you down just like a dog. The KBR man knows her trailer, and he hips her to some recon that he's found. Says he'll be dropping by for a late inspection. There'd best not be no soldier boy around. No one knows, 'cause no one sees. No one cares, 'cause no one knows. No one knows, 'cause no one sees it on TV. Don't they look just like on SEAL Team? Lord, don't they look the best when we trot them out at halftime or the 7th inning stretch? They stand up in their uniforms and help us sell the show, dying by their own hands for reasons we don't know. We got an operation going on. It don't have to trouble you and me. The KBR man cooks a T-bone. A soldier's choking down an MRE. We just go on about our business. Drop the kids off at the mall. Play the Black Ops on the laptop. And don't make too big a fuss about it all. No one knows, 'cause no one sees. No one cares, 'cause no one knows. No one knows, 'cause no one sees. No one cares, 'cause no one knows. No one knows, 'cause no one sees it on TV. We got an operation going on. celebrate undying faith. We're gathered here like drifted wrecks for a late September wedding. October breathing down our necks. And I knew this town in another time. I knew this town a younger man, with the world in my hip pocket, a subway token in my hand. And you got to me. They got candlelight and a reggae band, champagne by the bucket load, limos lined up down the curb to take us where we need to go. And I need to go somewhere I've been, to find a place I lost the trail way back then, so long ago. I don't suppose you even know you got to me. Brought all this empty down on top of me. And you got to me. Between the snowflakes falling, tripping on the cobblestones and the trolley tracks. We had it all in. Christmas break, your roommate's gone. We stoked the fire and let it burn till the embers glowed in the morning light. Trust in the tangle of skin on skin. I've not known quite that feeling since you got to me. Brought all this empty down on top of me. I didn't know, but we were not to be. But I know a thing or two now. The wedding party's raging yet. The old and desperate misbehave, and the limo smells like cocaine sweat, cheap cologne and aftershave. And it's gotta be one of these row house doors. I knew the number long ago. I'll step out on the curb and tell the driver just go on and go. And you got to me. Brought all this empty down on top of me. I didn't know, but we were not to be. But I know a thing or two now. Paper boy wants a smoke, leans his back against a tree. He's tired and cold and broke, and he don't know what to make of me. Standing here in my three-piece suit, standing here just like I am, with my vest unbuttoned and my necktie loose, impervious to all abuse. And you got to me. Brought all this empty down on top of me. Off on $1,000 Odyssey. And I know a thing or two now. Yeah, I know a thing or two now. Yeah, I know a thing or two now. Well, I've actually been writing, I guess you could call it that. I did a new song Wednesday. I'll do another one today. This one I don't know if it's really a song or more like a ditty. But what are you going to do during a pandemic as a songwriter? You sit around and start playing with words. just started messing around with rhyme and meter, you know, and I'm trying to channel. Actually, yeah. Just a little aside here. If you want to be a songwriter and you want to know about rhyme and meter, get on Amazon. You get this book here by Walt Kelly, The Songs of Pogo. You see that? Yeah, Walt Kelly. It's mostly, a lot of it's parodies of existing songs, but the guy really knew about rhyme and meter. He was good. And you can get it off Amazon, I'm sure. I know he leaned a little bit right in his politics, but I'll give him a pass, because anyway, but this is what I've been doing lately. So I want to get in tune. I don't want to upset the ghost of Mr. Kelly, even though it's not his song. But I just now got it in singing shape. It might be a little fumbly, but this is my pandemic song here. Oh yeah, and the seeds of it is, I live at the north end of town here. There's a big feed mill. And 10 miles south, there's this incredible antique oil field. I mean, the pumping units look like they were set in the 60s. And they're still going up and down. And they got a lot of production down there. But anyway, that's kind of what got this going. Got to keep it kind of lazy. Used to working in the feed mill, milling and a sacking. Now we're in the oil field, drilling and a fracking. Pulling out the stops till we never get them back in, doing what we gotta do. Yeah, we're doing what we must, doing what we gotta. Take it out of town, what a commie would have thought of. Bury in the ground what we can't sell a lot of, doing what we gotta do. Yeah, the argument's moot and the former guy's lying. Frivolous suits all over but the crying. Don't want to raise a kid with the planet still dying, doing what we gotta do. Well, I wished I'd have stayed at the foot of the hill. Never had a way if I ever had a will. Wish I hadn't swallowed that poison pill, doing what I gotta do. Lost a year's worth of dates and the tax return proves it. Gained a lot of weight and I'll probably never lose it. At least I wasn't sick when I got off the cruise ship, doing what I gotta do. Well, they shut down the ferry from Calais to Dover. Drivers all pissed and I never get sober. Who you gonna shag when the lockdown's over? Doing who you gotta do. Well, I wished I'd have stayed at the foot of the hill. Never got paid and I probably never will. Never should have swallowed that poison pill, doing what I gotta do. Used to working in the feed mill, milling and a sacking. Now we're in the oil field, drilling and a fracking. Pulling out the stops till we never get them back in. Doing what we gotta do. I say doing what we gotta do. Doing what we gotta do. Anyway, feel free to learn that and sing it at your, Zoom meetings, sing-alongs, and virtual campfires and whatever else you gotta do. We'll get through this thing. We might get vaccinated here. I'm on the list in 3 different counties and several different organizations. So anyway. She gets a little restless in the spring. She might follow the lines you sing. Bullshit though they are, sometimes that's just the thing. If delivered with panache and a certain grace, fingertips on satin lace, cutting cards and quoting Proust, whatever turns a wild mare loose. She gets a little restless now and then. She feels the changes in the wind, way down deep where I can't see. She can get clean away from me with a side step and a subtle shift, and the turning of a key locks me out and lets me drift. She'll come back if I let her be. She'll come back if I let her be. And you know I'm just a little down tonight. I'm just a little down. A little messed up is all I'm saying. Just a little down tonight. Just a little down, but I believe I'll make it. Believe I'll make it. She gets a little restless, I can tell. She goes back up inside her shell, and the conversation slows to a stop, and I might as well be out alone on the highway, way off into Utah sage, waving to the railroad crew. That's when I get restless too. And you know I'm just a little down tonight. I'm just a little down. A little messed up is all I'm saying. Just a little down tonight, just a little down, but I believe I'll make it. Believe I'll make it. She gets a little restless in the spring. She might follow the lines you sing. Bullshit though they are, sometimes that's just the thing. Thanks for coming out, folks. Putting up with my rhymishness and meterishness. My friend, the late Stephen Bruton, used to argue that Groucho Marx was the greatest American songwriter, because Groucho rhymed appendectomy with send a check to me. Anyway, thanks for being here. Please stay safe, stay sane if you can. Stay safe first. We'll work out the sane part later. I don't take the paper. I don't watch TV. I was out on the road when the word got to me. Goddamn, the text couldn't have just have gone blind. And heard your voice in my ear like I did in my mind. Mira, vaquero, se pone el sol. Buen caballero, viajando con Dios. Mira, vaquero, no miramos atrás. Nos vamos al campo una vez más, una vez más. Your shafts are still dusty from late summer's drought. When the cedar turned rusty, it's time to go south. When your time is upon you, you don't always know. Brinca la vida, abuela nos dijo. Brinca la vida, we learned long ago. Mira, vaquero, se pone el sol. Buen caballero, viajando con Dios. Mira, vaquero, no miramos atrás. Nos vamos al campo una vez más, una vez más. So pour out the coffee and piss on the fire. I hear hounds in the distance, it's down to the wire. Make for the cow camp, we might have a chance. Vámonos por el campo, en el campo we'll dance. Vámonos por el campo, en el campo we'll dance. Mira, vaquero, se pone el sol. Buen caballero, viajando con Dios. Mira, vaquero, no miramos atrás. Nos vamos al campo una vez más, una vez más. Thank you. Till next time.